Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a great week so far. We got 10 games on this NBA slate for Wednesday evening. And yeah, we're going to get right into it. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Support the channel. Love the growth. And just a little side note, I will be covering MLB on April 1st, which is in like a day or two. And so yeah, any baseball fans that want to tune in for that, I'll be doing pick videos for MLB as well. So super excited about that. So all right, we'll get started with these matchups. First matchup on hand, we have the Miami Heat versus the Indiana Pacers. Miami 23-24, 19-27-1. Pacers 21-24, 18-27 against the spread. Miami opening up as favorites at -1.5, with the over-under at 216. Last 10 games for Miami, 4-6 in their last 10. Indiana, 5-5 in their last 10. Miami just 1-6 against the spread in their last 7. 1-6 in their last 7. So a rough 7-game stretch for the Heat here. 6-3 against the spread in their last 9 games against the Pacers. So pretty good success against the Pacers here. Indiana 4-12 against the spread in their last 16. 4-2 in their last 6, but they are 0-7 at home right now. I don't see any major injuries. Oladipo is out for Wednesday. That's the main injury there. I'd like the Heat to turn it around on this one. A rough 7-game stretch for the Heat, but I think they turn it around against this Pacers team. Coming off that Wizards loss. Miami coming off that New York win. So I like the Heat to bounce back here, get everything rolling again. We're going to take Miami -1.5, and I'm going to take the over 216. Next matchup, we have the Portland Trailblazers versus the Detroit Pistons. Portland 28-18, 23-23 against the spread. Detroit 13-33, 24-19-3 against the spread. Portland opening up as 7-point favorites with the over-under at 219.5. Last 10 games for Portland, 7-3 in their last 10. Detroit 3-7 in their last 10. Portland 4-8 against the spread in their last 12. 6-2 in their last 8 games. Playing pretty good, this Portland team. Detroit 5-2 against the spread in their last 7. Just 1-4 in their last 5. Coming off that big win against Toronto here, but I'm taking the better team here in Portland. Just gonna keep it very simple. Love Portland here, -7. Should be a high scoring game as well. I'm gonna take them -7 and take the over 219.5. Next matchup, we have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Boston Celtics. Dallas 24-21, 21-24 against the spread. Boston 23-24, 22-25 against the spread. Boston opening up as 1.5-point favorites with the over-under at 225.5. Last 10 games for Dallas, 5-5 in their last 10. Boston 4-6 in their last 10. Dallas 13-7 in their last 20. They are just 2-7 in their last 9 meetings against Boston. Boston 4-2 against the spread in their last 6, 3-6 in their last 9. Me being a Mavs fan here, as long as I'm pretty sure we're going to have Porzingis and Luka playing and healthy for this game, just rolling with the Mavs +1.5 all day. Celtics, not that great of the best team that we're used to seeing from Boston. Coming off that Pelicans loss, Mavs coming off that OKC win. Love Mavs +1.5, and I like the over 225.5. Next matchup, we have the Houston Rockets versus the Brooklyn Nets. Houston 13-33, 14-32 against the spread. Brooklyn 32-15, 23-24 against the spread. Brooklyn opening up as 12.5-point favorites with the over-under at 230.5. Last 10 games for Houston, 2-8 in their last 10. Brooklyn 8-2 in their last 10. Houston just 2-18 in their last 20. 3-15 against the spread in their last 18. Brooklyn, on the other hand, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6. So having trouble to cover the spread. They're 17-3 in their last 20. I mean, playing really good. 5-0 at home right now. It's just too hard. I know it's 12.5 is a lot of points here, but it's too hard to trust this Rockets team. And I like Harden to get revenge on his old team. I just can't trust. You're going to be sweating it if you go Houston plus 12.5. So give me Brooklyn minus 12.5 here. And I like the over 230.5 as well. Next matchup, we have the New York Knicks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. New York 24-23, 27-19-1 against the spread. Minnesota 11-36, 20-26-1 against the spread. New York opening up as favorites at minus 3.5, with the over-under at 219.5. Last 10 games for New York, 5-5 in their last 10. Minnesota 3-7 in their last 10. New York 10-4-1 against the spread in their last 15, so they've been covering the number pretty good. 6-3 against the spread in the last 9 meetings with Minnesota. Minnesota, on the other hand, 6-14 in their last 20 against the spread. 2-10 in their last 12 games at home. Playing very bad at home here. I think this is a good spot for the Knicks coming off that bad loss to Miami, 98-88 here. I like Knicks minus 3.5 on a nice bounce back. And I like the over 219.5. Next matchup, we have the Toronto Raptors versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Toronto 18-29, 20-27 against the spread. Oklahoma City 19-27, 23-22-1 against the spread. Toronto opening up as favorites at minus 7.5, with the over-under at 223.5. Last 10 games for Toronto, 1-9 in their last 10. OKC 4-6 in their last 10. Toronto just playing so bad. It's crazy because they got a talented, pretty talented starting 5. And, 0-6 against the spread on the road. 1-12 in their last 13. OKC 2-5 against the spread in their last 7. Tough 7-game stretch for OKC here. Just 2-5 straight up as well. Every week, man, I'm always saying Toronto could be this could be their bounce. They should bounce back here. They're the better team. They just haven't been able to prove it yet. 7.5 points is a lot. OKC's not that great, but they're missing a lot of players here. But Toronto just failing. Losing to Detroit last game kind of gives me no confidence in this team. I could see how you could say this is going to be their bounce back week, but I've been saying that for a while. It's a very bad Toronto team. Give me OKC plus 7.5. Give me the under 223.5. Until Toronto can win some games and prove themselves. Going to take the free points with OKC. Next matchup, we have the Utah Jazz versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Utah 35-11, 30-15-1 against the spread. Memphis 22-22, 25-18-1 against the spread. Utah opening up as 8-point favorites with the over-under at 229.5. Last 10 games for Utah, 8-2 in their last 10. Memphis 5-5 in their last 10. These two teams did just play a doubleheader, on the 26th and 27th, with Utah picking up a 126-110 victory, then picking up a 117-114 victory. Utah 6-0 in their last 6 games, 5-0 in their last against Memphis. Keep really simple here. Love Utah minus 8. I'm gonna take the over 229.5 as well. Just don't really feel good about Memphis. They kept it close in their first game, but second game got out of hand, and I expect the same result there. Not much has changed in a couple of days for them to come and beat the Utah Jazz here. Next matchup, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the San Antonio Spurs. Sacramento 22-25, 22-25 against the spread. San Antonio 23-21, 24-20 against the spread. Spurs opening up as 2.5-point favorites with the over-under at 232. Last 10 games for Sacramento, 7-3 in their last 10. San Antonio, 4-6 in their last 10. These two teams coming off, they just played the first half of a doubleheader with Sacramento picking up a 132-115, dominant victory in that matchup. Sacramento 4-1 against the spread in their last 5. Currently on a 5-game winning streak, so playing pretty good right now, the Sacramento team. Spurs 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. 1-4 against the spread at home right now. The bounce back here, given the points to Sacramento off the bounce back, I love Sacramento in the spot at +2.5. I think the Spurs keep it close and make it more competitive than the last matchup, but I'm gonna take the Kings here. Spurs kind of struggling a bit, not playing that great. Sacramento's pretty hot right now on a 5-game winning streak. I'm gonna ride the hotness in Sacramento +2.5, and we're gonna go over 232. Next matchup, we have the Chicago Bulls versus the Phoenix Suns. Chicago 19-26, 23-21-1 against the spread. Phoenix 31-14, 30-15 against the spread. Phoenix opening up as 7.5 point favorites with the over/under at 233.5. I do see Zach LaVine is questionable for Wednesday's game, so be sure to check his status. Last 10 games for Chicago, 3-7 in their last 10. Phoenix 7-3 in their last 10. Chicago currently on that 4-game losing streak ever since they acquired the new players in the trades. Don't like, it's hard to trust the Bulls here, especially if Zach LaVine's questionable, or if Zach LaVine doesn't play here. I like Phoenix -7.5. I take the better team to get the job done against the struggling Bulls team, and we're going to take the over 223.5. Last matchup of the night, it's going to be the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Milwaukee 29-17, 20-26 against the spread. Lakers 30-17, 22-25 against the spread. Milwaukee opening up as 8.5 point favorites with the over/under at 222. Don't see any major injury reports. LeBron is still out, which is crucial, but last 10 games for the Bucks, 7-3 in their last 10. Currently riding a 3-game losing streak here. Lakers 6-4 in their last 10. They were on that 4-game losing streak when LeBron got hurt, but now 2-game winning streak here, but this is against Cleveland and Orlando, two pretty bad teams. Pretty much this matchup super simple. Love the Bucks -8.5. As long as LeBron, they're not going to be able to stop Giannis. It's just going to be too hard. They should win by double digits here. And I like the over 222 as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you already haven't. Support the channel. Go check out my NBA parlay video right after this, and see who I'm parlaying on this Wednesday slate. And yeah, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck with your picks, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Have a good one.